Here's what a lot of manifestation teachings get wrong. A lot of them tell you you need to override your negative thoughts with more positive ones. No. This is like a band-aid solution. What you resist persists. I've seen this time and time again. Hello and welcome to this video. I hope you're comfy, I hope you've got your tea because we are going to be going deep. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the 3 core principles of manifestation. I know manifestation has become a bit of a buzzword in recent years, and you've probably come across all sorts of techniques and methods and practices relating to manifestation. But I want you to put those things to the side for the moment, because the truth is those things aren't going to be helpful to us unless we understand the fundamental principles of manifesting what it is that we want. So let me be clear, I'm not going to be talking about manifesting free parking spots or, the jacket that you've really been wanting. We're going to instead be talking about manifesting the things we truly care about. An amazing relationship, a fulfilling career, a magnetic relationship with money, and so on. So before we get into that, let me just introduce myself. My name is Kat. I'm a trained breathwork teacher, and I'm the founder of Free Souls United, which is an online platform for well-being and self-growth. Like many people, manifestation for me was my gateway into the world of spirituality and inner work. I came across the concept of manifestation when I was 26, and I was feeling really lost in life. I was working as a lawyer at the time, and although I had worked so hard to get to that position, I had studied for so many years, once I finally got there, I very quickly realized it was not what I wanted to be doing. I was also perpetually single despite actively dating and really wanting a relationship. And I just generally felt very stuck in life. I didn't know where I wanted to be, what I wanted to be doing, and I just didn't know how to make real changes in my life. It's not an overstatement to say that coming across manifestation and learning about it completely changed my life. I stopped feeling like things were just happening to me, and I started to understand how I was playing an active role in creating my own reality. How everything in my life, from my job, my family dynamics, friendships, dating patterns, everything was a reflection of what was going on inside me. And specifically, it was a reflection of 3 things: of my beliefs and feelings about myself, about other people, and about the world in general. So once I made those connections, I started to understand that if my beliefs have constructed my reality to date, then by changing my beliefs, I can generate an entirely new reality for myself, which is exactly what I did. I want to distill for you the key principles of manifestation so that you can do this for yourself as well, and that you can invite in the things that you're truly wanting in your life. So let's get into it. Principle number 1, to manifest what you want, you have to believe it's possible. This is the first level of manifestation. We can't manifest something greater into our lives if we either A, don't know it exists, or B, don't believe it's possible for us to have. So for example, if you're wanting to manifest a loyal, committed partnership in your life, but you believe that all men cheat, or all the good guys are taken, or that couples get bored of each other after a couple of years anyway, then you're not going to be able to manifest that high quality relationship that you're looking for. No matter how beautiful and attractive you are, no matter how much you put yourself out there, no matter how much you really want it, your beliefs are acting as a barrier to it. You don't really believe it's possible to have. Same thing with career. If you're unhappy in your job, but you think that there's only certain types of jobs or careers that I could do, or that people who are truly happy and fulfilled in their work, these people are exceptionally rare. They're 1 in a million. Then again, you're going to stay stuck in the same position because on a deep level, you don't believe it's possible to have what you want. You believe it's unrealistic. And this word realistic is a really key one here. How many times does it happen that you get excited or inspired by the thought of something, only for your mind to step in and tell you, well, that's not realistic, or that's not going to happen? Our minds have this inbuilt negativity bias because our minds are trying to keep us safe, and that usually means keeping us where we are. So we need to get into the habit here of questioning our inbuilt assumptions, our defaults, and really expanding our mind as to the possibilities that exist. For example, in dating, if you know what it is that you truly want in a partner or a partnership, but you feel like you can't own it or claim it because it would be setting the expectations too high, or you would be narrowing your options down too much, you need to really get clear on, why do I believe that? Is it because I grew up in a household where my parents had a dysfunctional dynamic and I don't know anybody who's in a happy relationship, or I've never experienced a happy relationship myself? Why do you believe that you can't have what you want? Really start to question that, because that's going to show you a lot. Get into the habits of instructing your mind, yes, it is possible, and yes, I'm going to have it. Principle number 2, to manifest what you want, you need to believe you are deserving of it. So this is the second level of manifestation. You might have expanded your mind as to the possibilities that exist and what you can have, but you also need to feel deserving of those things. Here's what often happens. Our conscious mind tells us, of course I deserve success and money and a happy relationship. But subconsciously, it's a different story. Because if we haven't experienced that happy relationship, that fulfilling career, or that certain level of income, it's unfamiliar to us. And therefore, it creates this resistance in us. This resistance often takes the form of thoughts that are negative and limiting. For example, I'm too old for that, I'm not capable of that, I'm not worthy of that. And a lot of manifestation teachings will just tell you, you need to override the negative thoughts with positive thoughts. But this is really like a band-aid solution. What we need to do instead is to actually make space for those thoughts and feelings, because what you resist persists. I've seen this time and time again. I've seen it with people who are really into manifestation and they're meditating on their vision, they're getting very clear on what they want, but it's just not happening because they're not addressing the deeper level underneath, the level where they don't actually feel deserving of what they want. This is why practice such as breathwork is so effective and powerful, because with breathwork or other types of somatic practice, we move out of our head and we move into our body. And our body is actually where our emotions are stored. The emotions from when we were younger and where we saw or we were told things that made us feel that we weren't worthy or we weren't deserving. So once we actually create the space to feel those more painful, more heavy emotions, we transform them. We see that, no, I don't need to keep settling for situations where my needs and my desires are being neglected. I deserve the things I want. And so we're creating the space within us then to receive all those things. So to manifest what you want, you need to feel deserving of it. Principle number 3, to manifest what you want, you need to show up. No, this is not about hustling, forcing, or pushing anything. Instead, it's about being consistent in your focus and in your actions. Another thing that a lot of mainstream kind of manifestation narratives miss is that some things are going to come easier to us than other things. For you, you might find that you can attract in amazing, supportive friends like this. But when it comes to manifesting a high quality partnership, you have more trouble. Or you've manifested the career that really fulfills you, but you're finding that money is not coming through. That's the more challenging area for you. So what you need to know is that you're not doing manifestation wrong necessarily. And it's not the case that you're not going to get those things that you're wanting. It's not that they're not meant for you somehow. What's going on is that that particular area of life where things aren't happening as easily or quickly is one where our soul has more lessons to learn. And when I say lessons, it doesn't imply something heavy or traumatic. For example, the lesson your soul might have to learn is to learn to let go and to learn how to fully trust life, or to learn how to own your power and to take up more space. So the thing you're wanting can't come through straight away because it wouldn't give your soul an opportunity to fully learn and integrate that lesson that it came here to do. And there is really this element of divine timing with manifestation that is somewhat mysterious and can challenge our sense of control. But we don't need to get caught up in when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? Is it going to happen at all? Instead, we need to keep showing up. We need to know that it's a dance we have with life, where life is giving us cues as to here's where you need to go deeper, here's where you need to step more outside of your comfort zone, here's where you need to say no and stand firm in your boundaries. And we need to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and what we want, it will materialize. So to manifest what you want, you need to keep showing up. Okay, that is all. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Feel free to subscribe because there are going to be more videos like this, as well as breathwork and meditation videos. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.